Good day, ladies and gentlemen, Narco speaking. Welcome to another video. In this video, I'll be showing you guys how you can manage your risk. Risk management is one of the key concepts a trader needs to know and master. In this video, you are also going to learn on how you can pass prop firm accounts, namely my forex funds or FTMO, etc. By managing your risk, you can also implement this information into your personal trading life. Okay, so without further ado, let us commence with the video. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, before I go deep in how you can manage your risk, I'm going to explain in depth what is risk management and why we need to know and implement it in our trading lives. Okay, so risk management is the process one uses in trading to help keep losses under control and maintain a good risk to reward ratio. Risk management can also help you as a trader to avoid losing all your money in your account, and I feel like both beginners and advanced traders should practice risk management. Also, it's one of the three essential pillars to trading, along with strategy or the concept you use and psychology. Even if you have the best trading strategy in the world, perfect trading psychology, I feel like if you lack a solid risk management, losses will start to build up. We know that it's impossible to win every trade, so it is important to keep those trades that are losers under control. Okay, now moving on to how you can pass prop firm accounts by managing your risk. So here we have my forex funds. Okay, this is a disclaimer that I have no collaboration with them. I am just doing this out of my own willing. Okay, so here we have my forex funds evaluation accounts. Okay, so I'm going to do an example with the 10k USD since it's the most popular and the most it's the affordable account. Okay, so here we have the 10k USD, the target first. Phase 1 evaluation phase is 8%. So from the 10k USD you need only 8% to pass the account, which is $800. Okay, so the phase 2 establishment phase, we have 5%. So you have to make 5% of the initial balance so you can get a live trading account. Okay, so to pass phase 2 you need 5% of the initial balance, which is $500. Okay, so minimum trading days is 5 days. So minimum trading days is 5 days, and the daily starting drawdown is $500, and then the overall drawdown is $1,200. And the leverage is 1:100. Refundable registration fee is $84, and there are no monthly fees. Okay, and now moving on to FTMO. Okay, so FTMO here, for the first phase, maximum daily loss is 5% of the initial balance, maximum loss is 10% of the initial balance, and profit target is 10% of the initial balance. Okay, so maximum daily loss is 5%, which is $500 if you bought a 10k USD account. Maximum loss is 10% of the initial balance. So if you bought a 10k USD account, is going to be $1,000, and then your profit target is also going to be $1,000. So, and your minimum trading days are going to be 10 days. Okay, so now you're moving to phase 2. Phase 2, your profit target reduced by 50%, now being 5% in the verification. Okay, so now meaning that your profit target is going to only be $500 of the initial balance. So if you bought a 10k USD account, it's going to be on your phase 2, you're going to only make $500, so you can pass phase 2 and get a live trading account. Okay, so now let's move on and show you guys how you can manage your risk. Okay, let's move within the charts. So here we have Euro CHF on the daily chart. Okay, here we have a change of character, and also here we have this breakout of structure. We have this break of structure, and we can see here we have this beautiful demand zone that we can take our buys at. So in order for you to manage your risk, it is important that you know how to take trades, and you know how you are risking in a trade, and you know what is your reward, your risk to reward. So initially, if you're taking your buys here, you would be risking 83 pips for a reward of 400 pips, round about 400 pips. Okay, so that's a round of 1:4 trade, but then risking around about 80 pips on a trade, it's a lot. So it's advisable that you look for confirmation entries within the demand zone. Okay, now looking for price to push down to tap into our demand zone and push up. So now we can move to the 1-hour chart and look for scaling and look for selling opportunities to our demand area. Okay, so here we can see that price has been pushing down beautifully. So just do this. Okay, so here we can see that price has been pushing down beautifully. So here we have a breakout of structure, and here we have a change of character. So now initially we can start looking for our selling opportunities at this supply area here. So another thing you can do on managing your risk is that you can refine your supply or demand areas by scaling into the lower time frames, like refining your supply areas. So I'm going to refine my supply area to the M30 chart. Okay, so let's compare the difference now. So from the 1-hour chart, we have this big one here, whereby we're risking 20 pips, and the 30 minutes supply we're risking, we are risking 10 pips. Okay, so now you have your beautiful funded prop firm account, and you're looking to start taking trades. Okay, and you see this supply area. So on this supply area, you're risking 10 pips. So if you open a lot one here, you're risking, and this trade, let's say, takes you out. So if you're risking 10 pips, you're risking $100. So but then bear in mind that you're risking $100 for a trade that's worth $800. So you get the $800, you are done with your account. So for instance, you take your trade here, your stop loss here, and you take profit at this low here. So let's see what price does. So price taps us in, zero drawdown shade. We'll just zoom in. Okay, so we can see that this is a zero drawdown shade, and price pushes the downside beautifully. So okay, so now you took this trade and you passed your account. Okay, so what happens if you, let's say you missed the trade and the trade is round about here and you're panicking, okay, and you're getting a FOMO, fear of missing out. Okay, what you can do is that you can scale in into the lower time frames and get confirmation entries. Okay, so we can see here we have this beautiful BRS here and a change of character here. A change of character here. This is your BIS. Okay, so initially you can start looking for selling opportunities at this supply area. So now looking for confirmation entries, here you would be risking a lot less than taking a trade off the main supply. Okay, so you're looking for confirmation entries here, and here you would be risking 5 pips, 6 pips. So if you open a lot one on your 10k USD account, you would be risking $60, $70. So if you open a lot 0.50, you would be risking around about $30. Okay, but then your reward would be, your first take profit would be here, and if you opened a lot one here, it would be around about $350. But then if you're holding your trade until this low here, your profit, you would be around about $700. So you're risking 6 pips, 7 pips for a reward of $700, $800. Okay, so now let's see how this trade plays. Okay, so we can see that it taps into our supply area there. Taps into our supply area, and our first targets would be here at this low here. Can see that price pushes down beautifully. So okay, so now for instance, you took your partials here and you're holding it to the low. So as you can see, price pushes down and hits your take profit. Okay, take profit is not yet hit. Okay, but then eventually your take profit gets hit. Okay, so now let's say you didn't see this trade, for instance. Okay, you move on. Okay, like these things happen that you only see a trade after it has happened. Okay, so what you can do is that you can move on. So let's do another one. You can see, let's do another one. Okay, just remove all these. Okay, so now since price created this breakout structure, change of market character, we can see now that we can be in a confirmed bearish trend. Okay, so here we have a break of structure, and let's move on to 2-hour chart and see what we have. So I can see we have this supply area that I would be looking to take my shorts at, but then you can see that there is this liquidity here. There's a form of liquidity here, and this initially this supply area is too big. It's too big to take your, okay, it's not that big, but then it's too big, and there is this liquidity inducement chirp here. So price would normally do this, not tap immediately, but then to take out the liquidity first and then push to the downside. Okay, so let's see what price does. Okay, let's move on to the H1 chart. And initially I would be interested in taking my shorts here at this supply. Okay, so let's see what price does. Okay, price still pushing to the downside, then eventually price pushes to the upside. So at this supply area we are risking 13 pips for a trade that's worth 1,000, okay, 100 pips, rounding it off. Okay, so let's see what price does. So price pushing to the upside, price pushes to the upside. Okay, so eventually price clears out the liquidity here and taps into our supply area. You can see there. Okay, so initially we are going to take our shorts here, and your take profit would be at this low here, and your stop loss just above your supply area. Okay, let's see what price gives us. So price pushes to the downside like that, and initially if you opened a lot 1 on your 10k USD account here, you would be risking 130 US dollars for a trade that's worth 1,000 US dollars. Okay, so if you opened a 0.50 lot size, you'd be risking $60 for a trade that's worth $500. Okay, so now let's see what price does. Price hasn't mitigated our take profit yet, as our take profit is here at this low. Yes, so let's see what price does. So price beautifully takes out our take profit. So as you can see, so here on this trade, so initially if you took this trade here, you have won. If you took this trade, you would have passed your phase 1, and if you took this trade 2, you have passed your phase 2. Okay, so let's say now you didn't take this trade, or maybe it was this, you felt like this supply area was too big to risk. It was too big to risk. So immediately when price taps into your supply area, you look for confirmation entries. So let's see if EURCHF gave us confirmation entries here. Let's move to the 5-minute chart and see what we have. Okay, so initially so I can see we have this supply here. Moving to the 3-minute chart. Okay, so I can see we have this last candlestick here, this last bullish candlestick here. So that there would be your confirmation entry, because we have this here. You can see that price pushed to the downside and broke structure here, creating a change of character, and all this here was creating internal range liquidity. All this here, it was internal range liquidity, and if you would take this, would be your supply area. Just missed our stop loss by a pip. So if you would take your selling opportunities here, you would be risking 2 pips. Okay, so and your reward would be, okay, so it's advisable that when you're taking confirmation entries, you first take partials at the low. So if you're taking your entry here with a stop loss of 2 pips, take your partials at the low here, which is 20 pips, and then put your stop loss at break even and let the trade run by itself. Okay, so for instance, you took your entry here, your stop loss just here, and let's see how the trade goes. So yeah, this would be so your take profit would be at this low here. So let's let price be and see what it does. Okay, so price beautifully pushes to the downside. Okay, yeah, price pushes to the downside, and eventually it will hit your take profit. Okay, and it's crucial that it's very crucial that you put your stop loss and your take profit, because see, once your take profit was hit here, look what price did, pushed to the upside. Okay, so it's very crucial that you put your take profit and your stop loss. And a reminder that when price hits your stop loss, don't get a fear of missing out when price pushes to the downside, because price can hit your stop loss, then push to the downside, then push to the upside. Okay, so this here would be a 60-hour trade, and that's how you catch high risk to reward trades, by entering off confirmation entries like this here, risking 1 pip for risking only $10 for a trade that's worth $1,000. Okay, so now let me do one last example with AUD JPY. One last example with AUD JPY here. Okay, Let's move to the 8-hour chart and see what we have there. Okay, the daily chart. Okay, so on the daily chart we have AUDJPY pushing beautifully, very bullish to the upside. Okay, so here we can see that let me just do this first. Let me just do this. Okay, first let's let price be. Okay, so here we can see that we have AUDJPY created a break of structure, and once price creates a break of structure like that, we can see that here we have this beautiful demand area that has left. So demand area. Okay, so another thing that that can help you to confirm, another confirmation that can help you to confirm your demand area is using the volume profile from your low to your high, and it will highlight the candlestick, and then the candlestick it highlights, you just draw the demand area like that. Okay, you can check out, I made a video about the volume profile, you can check it out. I'll put the video link in the down in the description below. Okay, so moving on, here we have the demand area. So initially, if you would be taking your longs at this demand area here, you would be risking around about 100 pips. So that's a lot. That's a lot to risk. That's a lot to risk for a trade. Okay, so now let's see what price does. Let's first see what price does. So price pushes upside. Eventually we're still looking to take our buying opportunities at this demand area. So eventually price taps into our demand area and pushes to the upside. Okay, so now we're looking for confirmation entries. So now let's scale in into the lower time frame and look for confirmation entries at this entry here, at the entry there. Okay, so moving on to, let's first move on to the 15-minute chart. 15-minute chart, we have this. So we are going to focus on this here. Move on to the 5-minute chart. Okay, so on the 5-minute chart here, we can see that we have this break of structure here, and we also have this change of character here. So price also left us with this beautiful demand area here, left us with this beautiful demand area here. So ultimately at this demand area here, you'd be looking to risk 5 pips. So like look at look at the difference between like taking confirmation entries and initial entries. So here you would be risking from the daily chart. So this is the daily demand. So here at the daily demand, you'll be risking 100 pips, and now on the confirmation entry here, you're risking 5 pips. So that's the difference, and that's how you like catch high risk to reward trades. Okay, but then we don't know yet that price is going to respect our demand area. So even though it if it invalidates our demand area, we know that we just lost. If you're risking 5 pips here and you opening a lot size 1 on your account, you're risking around about $50, $60 instead of risking 100 pips on a trade, which is $1,000 to risk. Okay, so now you're risking $50, $60. So but let's see how this trade goes. Let's see how this trade goes. Yo, so initially here AUD JPY taps into our demand area confirmation. So it, like I said, it's advisable that you take partials at your high, at your next high, and then you lock your trade and let the trade be. So if you're opening a lot 1 here, you'd be, like I said, you'd be risking $50. For if you're taking partials at the next high here, it would be around about $400. Yeah, around about $400. Okay, so let the trade be. Let's see. Okay, so price taps into our demand area and pushes to the beautifully pushes to the upside. Okay, so now you took your partials here and you're locking your trade at break even here. So now let's see what it does. Let me just extend this and move to the higher time frame. Okay, moving to 1 hour. Moving on to 4 hours. Yeah, 4 hours. So initially we took the confirmation entry, took your partials on of the next high, and then your take profit is here at this high here. Okay, no, I'm lying. Your take profit is here at this high. Okay, so why is this your take profit? Because it tapped into this demand area, and now you're looking to take the buy opportunities of the high here, because there is liquidity lying above this high. So let's see how price plays. Okay, you can see that price pushing up beautifully. So just move to the daily chart. And there you go, price eventually hits our take profit. So if you opened a lot 1 on your account, of the confirmation entry you're going to close 39 pips, which is $400. And if you are still holding this trade, you're going to close, like, look at that, 600 pips, which is 6,000 USD of your account. 6,000 USD of your account. Like, and this is a 117-hour trade. If you entered off the confirmation entry and you still holding, you let price hit your take profit. Okay, so and that's how, okay, ladies and gentlemen, that's how you go about managing your risk. And yeah, and that's how you, like, pass your problem accounts and getting high RR trades. Okay, so please, that's all for today. So also, let me just show you something. Okay, so please make sure you follow me on Instagram for free smart money educational content. Let it just load. Okay, so please make sure you follow me on Instagram for free smart money educational content. Okay, so this is the kind of content I post on Instagram. This is the kind of content. Let it just load for a second. Okay, so please make sure you follow me on Instagram for free smart money educational content, and do also check out our free Telegram group. We share daily analysis and signals. Let me just show you the free Telegram group. You click on the link on the bio and it will redirect you to this tab here, whereby you click on the link and it will redirect you to the channel. You click on join channel and it will redirect you to the group. And ultimately, if you have reached this far, let me know how was the video and what kind of videos you would like to see on my channel down in the description below. And also, please do like, share, subscribe and click on the bell notification so that you get notified every time I drop a video. See you guys in the next video. Peace.